Hi everyone, it's Deborah. Today is going to maybe change your life because it sure changed mine. But before I get into what changed my life, I think for the good, is let me make it perfectly clear about the video I just did about women faking it. Yes, a lot of women do. For lots of reasons. Maybe they don't know their body, or they don't have a emotional, loving connection with their partner. It could be a lot of things, but women do fake it. So, and I did in that video how you can tell if a woman did reach the big O. Okay. I want to make it perfectly clear that my ex, the one I've been with since 1973, he never had a problem standing to attention, never. And he was always excellent in the bedroom. Why else would I stay with him that long, right? Yes, he was always loving, and we both loved each other. So get that out of your mind, okay? I never had to fake it with him. Okay, but this is what I want to talk about today. This book I have bought 5 copies of. I actually was in a bookstore in Negril, Jamaica at Hedonism II, and I saw the author, and I asked her to autograph 5 books, and I gave them to some of my friends who I thought would be interested in it. Well, this is how Hedonism II, there was never a Hedonism I. There was a Hedonism III. I don't know if they're still around, but I know that Hedo II is still around. Okay, let me tell you the story. I've always gone to Jamaica for vacations, and my ex was like a workaholic, and I wanted to go on vacation alone by myself. So I got my secretary to book me a place, and I found out later that it was not safe. There was no locks on the door, and I saw a guy coming across the road with a bag of about 100 condoms. So I started putting 2 and 2 together, and I saw a lot of the Jamaican women being abused by a lot of the, let's say, white folks. So I realized I was in a house of, I guess, prostitution. So I called my husband at the time and my secretary. He was on a plane within hours, and he got me out of there. God bless his soul. So someone had told us to go to Hedo 2 and just get a day pass. So that's where we went. And we're sitting on the beach, and I noticed there was a prude beach and a nude beach, right? Of course, my ex was very conservative. He did not do anything off the wall or anything like that. So we're sitting with our bathing suits on, looking at the ocean, and we're both in lawn chairs. And he looked over at me, and he goes, "Don't expect me to get naked." And I just rolled my eyes. I said, okay, you know. And then a couple of minutes later, I turned my head, and he was naked. Oh my God, he was naked. And I go, okay. I followed his lead. Now, this is a little Baptist girl who grew up in the church, and a lot of my relatives are pastors and deacons. So you can imagine what I was feeling, right? Now, I was a little heavy then, about 20 more pounds than I am now. And all of a sudden, I noticed all the other girls. They had stretch marks. Some of them were bigger than me. Some of them didn't have a figure. Some of them were really skinny. Some of them were really wrinkly. And I noticed a lot of them had scars. And I have a lot of scars. But, you know, very few people notice them. But So as I looked around, I go, you know what? I'm going to love my body. I am going to accept the way I am. And that's one reason why I always like watch Trisha Paytas, because she accepts the way she is. Yes, she's a little rotund, very curvy like me. So as I stayed there, I said, you know what? I'm going to make myself better. I am going to make the better version of myself. So it took me like 8 years, and I worked on my body. I worked on my face. I worked on me inside. And the next time I went, I just felt a whole lot more comfortable. And I even renewed my vows there. But I always said, since I'm single now, that the first guy who takes me there, I will be his forever, right? I've always said that after I got my divorce. But yeah, I said the same thing about my husband when I started dating him. I said the first guy who takes me to the beach is going to be mine forever. And yes, I did end up marrying the first guy who took me to the beach. But this place, Hedonism II, I suggest that Amazon sells it. Write down this title, because it definitely will change your life. I know what you're thinking. No. No means no there. And single guys are really not looked upon very favorably there, because they call them vinnies. And all that is in the book. Everything you need to know to survive at this place is in this book. Everything. The culture, just everything. You do need to read this book before you go, or you're going to look like an idiot. Yeah. Yeah, single guys don't go there. So it's a very free place. I did things there that I never thought I would do. I had the most fun I have ever had in my life there. So if your life is like dull, and you know, you're maybe in the fall of your life and you want to try something exciting, I highly recommend this place. It's all inclusive. It's like $400 a night, but that includes all the food you could eat, all the alcohol you could drink. So if you added all that up, it would probably come to about $400. I go there for the egg salad, and I know you guys are saying, oh, bull. No, I really do, because everything is so fresh. If you really like fresh fruit and vegetables, this is the place. And I know a lot of guys say, no, I can't go there because I may get, you know. And this is what the guys do. They just take a towel and they cover themselves, and it's no big deal. This is what's wrong with the world. You're always worried about what everybody else is thinking. Just have fun, right? Don't worry about what the neighbors are doing. You just go have fun. I wish I could tell you some more stories. Maybe that's another video. But yeah, this changed my life for the better. I can't, there's so many things that it changed me for the better that I can't even talk about it. I guess it would take all night. But yeah. And don't be intimidated about your body, because there's no such thing as a perfect body. And it's nonstop fun. It is, no one ever goes to sleep there. But by the time I get off the plane, though, I do have to like sleep for like 6 hours. But the people there, once you go there, you make friends with people for the rest of your life. Yeah, but keep the cameras at home. You can't bring the cameras there. All right, good night, everybody.